The Catholic Herald started a project a few years ago that we're excited to share with our readers. You can now read archives of the Herald going all the way back to our first issue in January of 1976. The archives are fully searchable, which is what we were most excited about. So if you were curious about what was happening 10 or 15 years ago, or want to read up on how the diocese has changed, we are going to show you how easy it is to research the past in a few simple clicks. First step is, if you're on our website, catholicherald.com, up here in the corner, there's e-edition. If you click that, it takes you to the most recent issue that we published. This panel here is an article panel, and this side shows the page. You can also navigate here on the right by browsing and clicking pages, so you can go directly to a specific page. When you click on Search Archive, it will take you to this window, and any date in red is an actual article. You can always just navigate back to Search Archive by clicking here, and up here in this little window you have a text box to enter your search. And I'm going to start with St. Jude, because that was something I know is a recent story that we had. It comes up with the search results on the left. So to see each of these, you can click on it and it'll bring up where that word St. Jude was. So you can see in this instance, it brought up the front page that has Built on Faith, and it has the word St. Jude Church here. To get back to that window to see what else your results were, you always just click Search Archive and then Search Results. And then it'll bring you back to your most recent search. Some other fun things you can do once you get to an article. So for example, this article here, if I click on the text, it brings it up in the article pane on the right-hand side. So you can print the article. You can also go and use this little symbol here. It'll also give you some more options. It'll allow you to share to Facebook or Twitter or save a PDF. You can also email this to yourself or to a friend. In this pane, you can also make the text a little bigger or a little smaller. And you can even navigate to the next articles in that issue from this window as well. So if you find an article that you like and you know this one goes to the next page, for example, you can just click here and it'll take you to the second page and you're able to read the remainder of that story. The next thing I want to show you is how to do a little more detailed search within our archive using the date range and keywords. The first thing to know is that you can always search by one word. In this example, I have the word Jude. It's going to bring up the word Jude in every single instance, whether it was a saint or it was a church or someone named Jude. It's going to bring that up. If you go to this little help button right to the right of that, it'll give you ways to enter your keywords in a more cohesive manner that's going to be a little more in-depth. So for example, you can use the word and in between words, you can use or, you can use a plus symbol to do multiple words. That's the next thing I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go to January of this year and the 1st. It's going to bring up automatically in the to field the most recent date that we have here. I'm going to type in a string of keywords with the plus symbol in between them to help me narrow down a search. So I'm going to search for ordination plus bishop plus, we want to do one with Bishop Burbage, so we want to add his name in. And I'm also going to narrow it down to priesthood. So when I hit search, it brings up one page worth of 9 hits. The more data you can give the system, the better your search results are going to be. Another tip is if you are looking through a lot of articles, if you click on the little box, it's going to give you the option to download the PDF. If you click on the red text, it's going to open up that page with the PDF as it looked in print. However, if you click on just the article name, as I did here, it's going to show you a small preview on the right-hand side, so you could skim through quickly to see if that's even the article or story that you want or that you're interested in. Another thing to be aware of, if you do a search in our archives before the early 90s, so for example in 1988, this is some of the stories that have been scanned from microfilm and microfiche. These articles might be a little dark on your printouts. Don't worry, it's just the way it was scanned. But at least it's still searchable. That's the biggest important thing here, is that all of our issues back to our beginning of the paper are searchable now. And we're super excited about that.